Welcome back to Living Mindful Guide and to part 5 of our ongoing deep dive into the 8 signs of narcissistic abuse. If you've been with us on this journey, thank you. And if this is your first video in the series, I recommend starting from the beginning to get the full picture of how narcissistic dynamics operate. Today we're exploring a pattern that often goes unnoticed until it becomes your entire life. You're always cleaning up their messes. Let me ask you, have you ever found yourself solving problems you didn't create? Apologizing for behavior that wasn't yours? Fixing the fallout after someone else's reckless decisions? If that's hitting close to home, stay with me. Because what you're experiencing isn't just a difficult relationship, it's emotional exploitation. In toxic relationships, especially those involving narcissists, there's an unspoken agreement. They create chaos and you clean it up. They make the mess and you absorb the consequences. And here's the scary part. Over time, this starts to feel normal. You begin to believe that it's your job to hold everything together. Sound familiar? You pay the bills they ignored. You smooth over the conflict they escalated. You cover for them with friends, family, or co-workers to keep the peace. And slowly, you stop tending to your own needs because you're too busy managing theirs. Let's say your partner loses their job, again, not because of bad luck, but because of repeated behavior, showing up late, arguing with coworkers, or refusing to take feedback. They don't seem too worried, but you're in panic mode. Rent is due, bills are piling up. So what do? You cancel your own plans. You take extra shifts. You quietly stress about how you'll make it work, again. They might even praise you for being so strong, but never take real responsibility. This is how emotional labor becomes your full-time unpaid job. Here's what you need to know. Narcissists hate accountability. They see it as weakness. So when something goes wrong, their first instinct is to shift the blame or disappear entirely from the fallout. They may say things like, "You should have reminded me. I thought you were handling it. This wouldn't have happened if you weren't so difficult." Do you hear the pattern? It's never their fault. And if you keep picking up the pieces, it never will be. Always cleaning up after someone else takes a massive toll on your mental health. You may start to feel drained and overwhelmed, resentful but guilty for feeling that way, like your needs don't matter, like your life isn't really your own. And here's the trap. The more reliable you are, the more they rely on you while taking you for granted. You become the silent glue that holds everything together while your own world quietly falls apart. So how do you stop carrying responsibility that was never yours to begin with? Step 1, acknowledge the pattern. Write down all the ways you've been covering for this person. What have you absorbed emotionally, financially, or socially that was never actually yours to carry? Step 2, start saying no. This is tough, but powerful. You don't need to be aggressive, just firm. Try saying, "I can't take that on. That's your responsibility. I trust you to handle that." Step 3, let them experience consequences. This may feel cold, but it's actually compassionate. When you stop buffering someone from reality, they are forced to confront the impact of their actions. Whether they change or not is up to them, but you're no longer trapped in the cycle. Step 4, redirect your energy inward. Use the time and emotional space you freed up to care for yourself. Rebuild your stability, one choice at a time. Here is an example how to say no with confidence. Let's go back to the financial example. Next time your partner loses a job and expects you to bail them out, you calmly say, "I'm sorry this happened, but I can't cover your expenses. You'll need to figure that out." They may lash out, they may guilt trip you, but what you're doing is drawing a boundary, and boundaries are how you begin to reclaim your life. Remember this, you're not cold, you're courageous. If you've been conditioned to feel like it's cruel to let someone deal with their own mess, let me remind you, Protecting your peace isn't selfish. Refusing to rescue someone repeatedly isn't heartless. It's what healing looks like. You are not a safety net. You are not an emotional janitor. You are a whole human being. And you deserve relationships where the effort is mutual, the accountability is shared, and the respect is real. If you've been living in a cycle of fixing and rescuing, I want to hear from you. What's one step you've taken, or want to take, to stop carrying other people's burdens? Drop a comment below. Your story might give someone else the courage to stop overfunctioning and start healing. And don't forget, this video is part of our 8-part series on the hidden signs of narcissistic abuse. If you found this helpful, give it a like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs to hear this message. Next time, we're exploring sign number 6. Your boundaries are consistently disrespected, another crucial dynamic you'll want to understand and recognize. Until then, stay mindful, stay strong, and remember, you are not responsible for cleaning up someone else's chaos.